People make investments in many different things: stocks and shares, property, cars, even tulips in 17th century Holland. But whatever the asset, the aim is always the same: to get a good return on the money invested. High prices at art sales have helped to focus attention on art as an investment opportunity. In 2015, Van Gogh's L'Allée des Aliscamps sold for $66.3 million. Not only was it an eye-watering sum, but it also turned out to be a very profitable investment for the person who had bought it for $11.7 million in 2003, making this a 461.9% price increase, or 6 times its value, in just over 10 years. More and more individuals and institutional investors are putting money into art, and a number of specialist art investment funds have entered the market.
What we're seeing is a huge amount of money coming into the market from new wealth. When I was at Christie's 20 years ago, we saw the small contingent of key collectors buying. Now we've got huge amounts of investors coming in.
Auction houses, such as Sotheby's and Christie's, as well as art galleries and dealers, are selling works of art to investors from all over the world. Prices can range from a few $1,000s to well over $400 million. So what are the secrets of getting a good return from investing in art? Being able to afford the most valuable artworks and receiving professional advice is a start.
If you focus on the contemporary and modern, focus on the top end and quality, and you have good advice on buying rare pieces, I think you'll do extremely well.
Of course, you don't need serious amounts of money to buy art. Small galleries and art fairs offer works for every budget. But for those with plenty of money, and perhaps not enough for artworks at the highest prices, what should the investment strategy be?
If you can't afford that true high end, just be careful. I mean, my view is then you buy what you like, but buy from the good dealers. If you buy from the top 10 dealers in New York, top 10 in London and Paris, they all look after their artists, and you'll see those artists probably get into museums.
One potential drawback of art as an investment is that it's not a liquid asset. A work of art can't normally be sold with a quick phone call or an online instruction. And a work of art doesn't come with an income stream, unlike some other types of investment. Dividends from equities or rental from property, for example. So why do people still see art as a good investment?
Art gives people a great deal of pleasure, but more importantly, art is very movable. It's a hedge against inflation. It's a currency of its own. You can sell art in London, in Moscow, in New York, in Japan, in China, and each currency you can play the currencies, and there's an interesting opportunity there. Clients are putting their assets, about 5% of their wealth, into art, not because they just want to make huge amounts of money, but they want to have a safe haven, and they've seen art hold its value, in some cases do extremely well.
As with most investments, when it comes to selling an artwork, timing is everything. The value can go down as well as up. Prices can rocket very swiftly, especially for works which are in demand, and owners can often realize a quick profit.
We bought a Wade Guyton about 3 or 4 years ago for about $40,000. I foolishly sold out at $120,000, and the next year I found it hit 1 million, and in fact 2 million at the Sotheby's auction. So I sold out too early, but there are some superb gains to be made if you understand what you're doing.
These days, many expensive paintings and sculptures bought as investments are kept securely in storage. But for some people, there's an additional value to their investment, which isn't anything to do with monetary gain. A work of art is unique and inspiring. It can be displayed and enjoyed in the home or the office, enhancing the life of the owner. The same thing can't be said about stocks and shares.